Good morning, all. Welcome to another fly tying video. Today I'm going to tie, I found online, I don't use them that much, but I've tied a lot in the Lively Legs version. Basically my version of a Kaufman stonefly. Kind of shade, I just tied this one up a little bit ago. Okay. They have like short tails. The original recipe I know calls for actual biots for the tail on the front. I just use silly legs, just kind of like, you know, make it a little bit different. But the stonefly is actually, I don't know if you can see it, on the top there's three separate like wing cases. And I'll show you how we do that here in a little bit. But I tied this one up. It looks like I may need to bring my back part of the fly up a little bit more before I start my wing casings, but like I said, it's your fly. Do what you want with it. So as long as it catches fish, hey, fish don't care how pretty it is. So start out, we're going to use a, make sure I'm videotaping. Yes, I'm videotaping. We're going to start with this is just a TCO 200R streamer. It's like a streamer hook kind of, named streamer hook. Okay, it's a size 8. Pretty good size. I mean, stoneflies are pretty large flies to begin with. So take one of them. Okay. Let's see. The original recipe calls for the one thing I forgot to do. Calls for the biots in front. Let me use silly legs. Also, the original thing I don't think has a bead. I'm just going to use let's say 1/8 inch bead. Black nickel. Okay. All right, get her on there. Okay. Now, what you want to do? Okay. All right, get back in your vise. Make sure I have a good view of this because this is that's a pretty good size fly. Yeah, we're good to go. All right. All right. I use just, want to put some weight on it. I use 0.15 weight, just a little bit, just get it down, okay? And what you're going to do, you're not going to put your thread on just directly yet. I'm going to show you why. About half a dozen or so wraps, you know, just get it on there. You're going to slide this weight, or the lead and the bead back. What you're going to do, you're going to grab, like I said, you could use goose biots. That's, you know, perfectly up to, that's whatever you want to use. I'm just going to use these brown, they're a brown and orange barred silly leg. As you can see, I've kind of used most of them. I have to get some more. But actually, do I have ones? Yes, I do. All right, this way I don't have to cut them. Okay, so what you want to do, I'm just using brown union thread, 6/0. Start it right in front of the eye. Don't make too many wraps. Okay. Wrap it a few times just so it's secured. Okay, just so that's secured. Clip it off. Okay, come back. Because you don't want to bulk this up too much, and I'll show you why. Take a silly leg. Okay. All right. Put it on there. Okay. Really, no tension yet. Okay. Want to do a cross wrap. Okay. Want to do a cross wrap. I'll show you why. Cross wrap. Cross wrap. Now go in front. Now hold on to that and pull down. Voila. I learned this, I think it was one of the Kelly Gallup's videos. I think it was. I found this. It's kind of cool. Okay, so because when you slide the bead forward and push it, it's going to kind of push those legs forward, just like that. So once you have where you want it, kind of bring your thread back. This is where a larger whip finisher comes in play, or I could use just your standard one, but make sure you get the legs out of the way. Okay. Okay, this is where I kind of get that out of the way. All right. secure that, cut it off. All right. Now, you want to slide that bead up. Don't go too far. Slide that bead up, okay, and slide your weight up. Okay. Push that up just so. There we go. See, it took those legs and pushed them forward. That's what you want. Okay, and again, restart your thread. Okay. Clip your tag. Okay, now come back and cover up all that lead wire. Okay, make sure you get all this covered. All right. All this covered. Okay. And you also want to make sure you kind of leave, because you're going to be putting a rib on, and that wire kind of goes so far, and you have a little gap, and you bring your thread back to the back. Okay. Now with this 200R, it has like a constant curve to it, so you want to kind of just go right about where I am there, where I'm just at the barb of the hook, just, okay? So, now I want to take okay. I already tied one, so kind of have a scrap left over. All right. These I'm going to tie a little long, because I'm going to show you what you want. I'm going to trim them, okay? So, we'll tie on that side of the hook. So we're going to trim the back ones. We're not going to leave them long. One side of the hook. Take your other piece. Tie on the other side. Okay. Make sure it goes to the side of the hook where you want it. Okay. Don't do what I just did. Like I said, silly legs are the greatest thing ever invented, I think, but they can be a pain in the butt to get started. Once you get them started, they're great. Just getting them started is a pain in the butt. All right, so once you get that in there, okay. All right, now you want to kind of cut those little tabs off. Right. Leave a little nub. That way, I don't know if you have to or not, but just this way you can kind of get in here and secure those tails a little bit better. Sometimes it can be a little bit tricky to capture. But once you get them, you can get them. Okay. All right. Little nub that would not cooperate, so it's going to come here. Just clip that off. It'll all be covered up by the thread, either the thread or the dubbing itself, which is nice. Okay, advance your thread back up to where that weight stops. Okay, now you're going to take a stuff. I started using this. It's called Vinyl V-Rib, or Vinyl Rib, Nymph Brown, which it's like a, how to describe it? It's like a plastic, like vinyl stuff, I guess you would call it. Okay, capture it. Watch, this stuff is slippery, so you kind of have to watch it, you know. Bring it down like the top part of the fly. All the way back. All right. Use your clip, material clip. Now you're going to use a dubbing. It's just a brown, you know, brownish down, you know, brownish dubbing. I think it's called Dorsal, if I remember right. Okay. Again, with dubbing, less is more. But we're going to make a dubbing noodle for this back part. So strip some off, you know. Actually bring it down. This is where your wax comes in handy. Okay, wax your thread. Okay. Get that waxed. And start putting nice, even, okay, onto this, okay. Okay, don't glob this off. Just kind of pull it off a little bit at a time. Get a nice noodle, okay. Once you get on there, bring it up, tie it around, then this is where a lot of people get screwed up. They'll just leave it like that. Bring that thread around because it closes the top of that dubbing noodle so it doesn't slip out, okay? And bring it down to about there. Bring your dubbing twist tool, okay, in here. And give her a whirl, literally. And spin. Oh, what you don't do? I just did caught the leg. There we go. Legs will kind of get sometimes in the way if you don't watch. All right. Okay. Now kind of pick out like the straggler stuff. All right. And if you want, you can kind of really buggy this out when we're done here. I'll show what we're going to do. Secure that. Okay. Now you want to make just a half hitch or not half hitch, but just use your whip finish. You know, make a whip finish. Bring your cradle in. Okay, so we're going to use the rotary feature of your vise. Okay. Now, when you get that first one set, make sure it is good and set all the way back. You know, pull on her good. Okay, then just bring her up. Okay. Probably about right there. Okay. All right. And you cradle out of the way. Okay. And secure it. Okay. Nice and secured. All right. Cut your noodle off. Okay. All right. Secure that. Okay. Now you're going to take your V-rib. Okay. Bring it up. And rib the fly. All the way up. And remember, you got to secure this V-rib is a little bit thicker, so you got to secure it pretty good. All right, get in there. I found out if you kind of give this stuff a little bit of a stretch when you cut it, it kind of sucks it back into the body, so you don't really have a tag then, which is kind of nice. Okay. All right. Now, this is where I've already prepped this. I took this is where you're going to put the shell backs on the top, like in this one. I should kind of hold it up here. There's three shell backs right there. This is where we're going to cut and put in. I've already prepped basically took a turkey feather and coated it with Zap-A-Gap on the one side. Let it dry completely. So, because what's going to happen, I'll show you. You want it about maybe a hook gap in width. Okay. Okay, cut it off. All right. All right. This part takes a little bit of time, you know, so. Now we're going to cut in a little V-notch into that. This is why you need to have it's super glued, okay? Good, you guys can see that. But that's what you want, see that little V-notch there? So that's going to go, you know, right here. Hold it on top. Okay. You're going to have 3 of these. Okay. Okay. Get secured on there. Okay. I want to get the waist out of the way because we're going to be tying over top of that. Okay. Okay. There's that. Now we're going to take a little more dubbing. No more dubbing loop. Just going to take some loose dubbing. Okay. Okay. Get that on there. All right. Get your dubbing tool on there. Bring it up. Okay. Cover the back of that wing. Get a good, you know, good pile. Sure, I said you're going to be doing the wing 3 times. See? Go back to your wing. Okay. Back to your wing. section. Okay. Cut it off. Never really used this version of Stonefly. I've always used either the larger ones with the lively legs, which I think I tied. That's in one of my videos that I've tied before. Okay. Get your. This is probably the part that takes the most time, is getting that little V notch cut in there. So. Set it on there. I just want to come forward a little bit. You want them overlapping each other, but you want it like, you know, to where they come up to a point. Okay. Like work your way up to the and snug it down. Okay. Get that on there. Okay. Yeah, secure that. Okay. All right. And a little bit more dubbing. We're dubbing. Okay. And bring it back up. Okay. Third and final wing. Okay. Third and final wing. Yeah, this is something you need to prep like overnight or something with these wings. That way the glue dries, it sets. It makes a nice tough wing. Get your wing. Okay. Get that third wing. Okay. Get it on there. Okay. And good. And your final little bit of dubbing. Okay. Get this on there. And you could use like squirreled. This kind of fly calls for a really spiky dubbing. Okay. This isn't really that. This isn't really spiky, but like SCF squirrel dubbing makes awesome stuff for this. So. Get that on there. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. And once you got that, bring your whip finish tool. Tighten it. Okay. All right. Okay. Your glue. Put a bead on there. Okay. Final thing is to clip the tails. Okay. The front, I'm gonna just maybe trim it a little bit, just a tad. And again, what's nice is you could actually leave these longer. And if you get to the stream and you say, I may want to cut them down a bit, you can actually use your nippers or scissors and just trim off the float, which is kind of nice. Again, the back ones. Whatever you want, whatever you do with ciliary legs, don't pull them before you cut them, because when it stretches out, but then when you let go, it's actually shorter than what you cut it. So never put tension on silly legs to cut, cut that. He's going to be a little bit of a bugger. Okay. And so that's my version of a Kaufman Stowfly, or just a Stonefly. Okay. It's just the predominance is those three shellbacks or 3 wing casings that kind of stick up in that little V notch pattern. Short stubby tails, okay. V-rib. If you like the video, please like and subscribe my channel, Small Town Flies. I just do this for fun. And if anything else, if any suggestions for flies, send me a message or whatnot. Send me a message for this. So anything else? Have a good day, everybody, and tight lines.